You know the feeling. The screen goes black. The map is gone. The perfectly planned itinerary is useless. Panic starts to set in. This is the moment every traveler dreads. Losing signal and being lost, especially when you're tired, hungry, or worse, running out of gas. But what if this feeling isn't the enemy, but the beginning of an epic adventure? All right, today we're gonna flip the script and I'm gonna share the incredible, often overlooked benefits of getting lost in new places. It's an art form, a mini adventure, and a powerful tool, honestly, to improve our lives. So let's talk about why wandering off the beaten path might be exactly what we need. So the fact that we kind of live in this online world means that anytime we travel somewhere, we're probably looking up all the best places to go, best places to eat, best places to visit. And while, of course, it's human nature, it's awesome, it also means that everyone who's going to that location is kind of hopping from one viral TikTok spot to another. We're all going to the same places and having the same experiences. And at the same time, we're missing the authentic and real experiences that exist out there. Hey guys, I'm Anne, single mom and travel lover. And in this 3-part series, I am breaking down slow travel, from the joys of getting lost to learning how to be more present, and ending with what slow travel really means. So after this video, I hope you'll check out the other 2. So the most obvious benefit of getting lost is discovering hidden gems. Hidden gems are the places where the true character of a location shines through. Okay, so today we're gonna go to La Cocina. There it is. This place is part restaurant, part cocina economica, and part place for friends to meet up. Alex really loves this place because it's very dog friendly. Almost every time we come here, he sees at least one dog. You'll discover the best street foods, fun, quirky bookstores and shops, or a breathtaking view that's not spoiled by a lot of tourists. Now, yes, it's entirely possible that when you get lost, you will never make it to those amazing viral Instagram, TikTok locations, which, by the way, is rarely as enjoyable as depicted online. But instead, these unique discoveries will make your trip feel personal, as if you really experienced the location, as opposed to feeling like you're part of a tour group. One of the things I did when I lived in Naples years ago is go to the local train station and just randomly picking a spot downtown to explore. It was safe in that so long as I knew how to get back to the train station, I would be fine, but it was also an adventure in that each location was unique enough for me to spend a lot of time discovering all the nooks and crannies of the neighborhoods. And this is, I think, especially important if you're ever anywhere in Europe where there's so many hidden architectural gems and you can start to see the layers of time a city has experienced. See, European cities are much older than what we have here in the US. So they've changed incrementally over longer periods of time. And when you get lost in those cities, it reveals all the natural kind of organic growth that evolves a city, which really contrasts with the rigid and disconnected layouts of most modern suburbs here in the US. And the second benefit of getting lost is it really forces you to be in the moment. It snaps your brain out of autopilot. You can't rely on habit or routines. Instead, you have to keep your head on a swivel. You have to take in the sights, the sounds, the smells. It's a sensory wake-up call that makes the world feel new and alive again. And this mental shift is a gold mine for creativity. When you're lost, you're constantly problem solving. It also builds your confidence in yourself. At first, it's frustrating and daunting. You have no idea when you're gonna get home or to the place you want to be. But once you do successfully get back, or once you discover an amazing place to hang out, you start to realize you can handle the unexpected. So it's okay if you get lost. Getting lost teaches you to trust your instincts and your intuition. And this everything is figure-outable mentality is an invaluable life skill that extends far beyond travel. It turns a potential crisis into a testament to your resourcefulness.
So we all know the benefits and usefulness of smartphones. They're amazing. A little rectangle in your pocket that does everything. But that comes with a price. Smartphones can actually change the way our brains work. Phones affect our memory, stress levels, and cognitive function.
I mean, if you're anything as old as I am, you remember a time before smartphones. I used to have so many numbers and addresses just memorized. Ask me today, now that I've been using smartphones for decades now, it feels like, I've probably only memorized 2 numbers at this point. So it really is just great exercise not using our phones, not relying on it so heavily, just to get back some of our mental brain power. You know? And this is one of my favorites. When you are lost, you often have to do the unthinkable. Talk to strangers and ask for directions. Asking for directions is a great icebreaker when you're traveling and a beautiful opportunity for genuine connection. Years ago, I was in the Navy and we had to do a trip for a work assignment. I was traveling with 2 other people, and so the plan was we would fly into Istanbul at night, get a rental car, stay the night in a hotel in Istanbul, and then in the morning drive the 5 hours to Izmir. This was before Izmir had their own airport. Anyway, we arrive, we get the rental car, we start driving to the hotel, and because none of us had ever been there and it was dark, we got lost. And we had no idea how to figure out where this hotel was. And it was not fun being lost and tired and hungry and trying to pretend to be upbeat because you're hanging out with coworkers. You can't really show your disgruntled side. Anyway, hours later, we finally show up at a gas station which looked like it was closing. Now in Istanbul, similar to a lot of places actually in Europe, customers cannot pump their own gas. So an attendant came up and we were excited to ask him, do you know where this hotel is? It was like the Hilton or something that hopefully people would recognize. And the attendant was like, sure, yeah. But first, tea. And then he left. And we were like, what just happened? He's gonna get some tea first? He can't just tell us where the hotel is? And as we were kind of asking each other, what just happened? Should we leave? Should we follow him inside the little building that he went into? He came out with a tray of tea, like a full platter with 3 cups and saucers, little sugar cubes, and a spoon for each of us so we could stir our tea, like a tea platter. So yeah, as we were lost in Istanbul, we got some hot tea from a gas station. I don't know why. After we drank the tea, we're just in a much better mood just because of the craziness. As he came back out to collect the tea stuff, he pointed to a guy who was going into a semi-truck and said, follow him. Okay, so we follow this guy, and this semi-truck literally took us all the way to the hotel. He didn't stop, he just kind of put his hands out and waved. Who was this truck driver? Did he go out of his route to show us this location? I have no idea. Oh, and the gas attendant would not let us pay him for the tea or anything. Wow. And yeah, we arrived late at the hotel. Thankfully, the restaurant was still open so we could get something to eat before taking a nap and heading off to Izmir. By the way, the drive from Istanbul to Izmir, beautiful, gorgeous countryside. Highly recommend. So obviously you can't really plan to get lost necessarily, but here are some practical tips for getting lost intentionally. So number 1 is do a little bit of research. Find neighborhoods or areas that are safe and interesting to explore without a strict plan. In a lot of cities, downtown areas or hubs, centros are great for this exact purpose. Similar to what I did in Naples, use public transportation aimlessly. Just get on a bus or a train without a strict plan and hop off when you see something interesting. I've done this in a few cities, not just Naples, and it's a great way to get to know a place. And last, limit your technology. It's fine to use Google Maps or whatever to maybe keep track of where you are, especially if this is the first time you've done this, but try to let your senses determine where you go. See what shops and restaurants kind of draw you in, or which of those places draws locals in, because that's probably also a great sign. Oh, but if you're driving, fill up on gas first. So the next time you're traveling in a new city or even discovering your own city, resist the urge to pull out your phone and search for places to go or things to do. Instead, have plenty of unscheduled time and just embrace the unknown. Give yourself permission to get lost. It's not a mistake. It's an opportunity for unexpected discoveries, newfound confidence, and authentic connection. All right, let's see what there is to see.